T2 here. This is going to be my second question of the month. So if you weren't aware, a few weeks ago, which is ideally a month, or well, a month, which was actually 2 weeks ago or so, I put up a video with the question of the month, and I wanted to hear your guys' response to that, and we're going to check out your responses to that. We'll go ahead and do that. I'm going to pull these up real quick. And we're also going to be talking about this month's question of the month. So special thanks to all the guys over at School Bus Web's forum for letting me do this, for letting me use their question, I guess. So if you do want to go and register for that, the link is schoolbusweb.proboards.com. So you guys can go ahead and check that out. And let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first one is not really, that was just more info. And this is from last month. So last month I discussed, well, not last month, 2 weeks ago, I said, how old is too old? So how old is a bus before we should retire it? And I went into detail into that. First one, that has nothing to do with it. Second one is, yeah, they should be at least 15 years and up to retire. Them B-word got rid of my favorite FS65, and I'm mad. Yeah, 15 years are up. Like I said last video, that's it. Not last video, last question of the month. That is a great time to retire them, 15 years or so, or they're just mechanically falling apart, whichever one. So. Okay. Now this month's question of the month, not really a question, but more of just a, well, kind of a question. It's launching the new school year, and I'm going to give you a little backstory on this. Well, sorry, not really a backstory, but just like a info, I guess. Okay, the launch of a new school year brings a new routine with it, both students and drivers. Coordinating the transportation system for a new school year also brings a set of challenges. I agree with that. In most cases, this goes smoothly and uneventfully. At the other end of the scale, buses can run behind schedule, and students can get lost for various reasons. Unfortunately, these are the stories that make the news, giving student transportation industry unnecessary. So, the question of this is, there are two questions, two parts to this question. The first part being, how well has your school district made the transition into the new school year? I'm gonna say they did pretty good. They did really good the first few days. There has been a change that I got last Friday, and I'll let you know about that in a minute. But routes were a little bit slow. My bus came right on time because apparently this bus driver is not like my last bus driver where she came like 3 minutes after. He's like right on the dot, so I don't have any time to slow walk. I have to like a decent pace down to the bus stop, and that's like 2 streets down. So, but I'd say that the first day of school for me, transportation-wise, went pretty good. Second day there was an accident, not with buses, but we had to back up the whole street, and like, because it's a two-way street and there's no like driveways to back into, and there's ditches on either side. But that's a whole nother story. And one thing that I've also found out is that our bus driver is really, really good at making right turns. Let's see, maybe I can draw something up here. Okay, so like I was saying, a few things have been changed, and this is one of the things that has been changed. We used to have 3 stops, now we have 2 stops in the full bus, because this bus, let's face it, this community is not very big, and we have 2 buses going through it. when in reality we can fit all 3 stops in this neighborhood. So we have one in the back, have one in the middle, which is mine, and we have one in the front. So the 2 major roads and then the middle of the community. And we probably can fit all 3 of those into one bus, like my freshman year. So we had 6 stops, I think. So we had the 3, and then there were 3 more somewhere else. But oh yeah, well, that's where I was going. So we used to go down this little road, like I was saying, with the wreck where we had to back up. So here's how it goes. So there's a major road right up here, and this is one stop near up here. So here's like one stop, and then there's another major road down here. There's another stop, and blah blah blah. And there's one road that cuts right through here, and then it cuts through here. So my neighborhood is over here. Let's just say it's right there. So we come out through here, blah, 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 and then we come up through here. Then we come up here. The bus stop is right here, and then right there. And I found out that my bus driver is really good at making right turns because 2 major roads right there. This is like a really quick cut through. So with that, it's usually very, very crowded up there. So I'll just say y'all, he's really good at making right turns, and especially whenever we're coming out of that, but that was the stop we cut out because there's only one guy there, and after the time he doesn't show up because he has some sort of soccer practice. I think that's what he does. That's what he told me, I think. I don't really know him, but we've talked a few times. So they gave that to the other bus that is in this neighborhood, 1158. So I thought that was a interesting change. I don't think it was necessary, but I don't mind it. One of the also things, this pertains with the second question. Are the buses running smoothly? Yeah, I run a 08C, so. And if you don't know, I got downgraded. I used to ride a 2013 CE, 6197, and now I got downgraded to 6158, which is an 08 CE. Well, it's probably an 09 or 10. I just haven't checked, but that general range is 08. Safely, yeah. And on schedule, yeah, like I said, my bus driver is, boom, right on there. But let's just go ahead. I got this note, and everyone on the bus got this fancy little note. This one right here, you can't really see it. But anyway, it says, Dear parent or student, it is very important that we are getting your child/friend, to the campus on time. And I'm gonna stop right there. Even before this, we got there at 7 o'clock. School doesn't start until 7:25, so I had 25 minutes to do whatever. So we already were getting there on time, so there's a kind of right there. Please be at your bus stop 10 minutes earlier, starting 9:13, and that's today. And I didn't flip my calendar, actually, which is... but, like I said, we only have 2 stops. I'm the second stop, so if we're talking 6:45, I'm going to get to school at 6:50 or so, because the school's only like 5 minutes from here. I'm going to have like half an hour of free time. I don't need that time. Now, I'm not saying, yeah, we can be at school early, but why would we need to go that early? Or unless we're starting classes at 7:10 or something, I don't think we need to be at the bus stop this early, because we use the football field for our bus lot, and then they can either park there or they can go to their next route, and all of the buses park there. So I don't really see I don't see why we would need that, but whatever. And it just goes on to explain why they're doing this, and safety stuff. Just like if your child misses a bus, you need to pick them up and blah blah blah. Yeah, funny story about this. Actually, this morning I got out there. I thought, because it also says, yeah, you be out there 5 minutes early. I was out there 5 minutes early, and the bus didn't come today. So yeah, so I guess I missed the bus because it actually did come 10 minutes early. Um, I don't know, but I guess I'm gonna have to get out there kind of early tomorrow. So that means I have to be out there. If the bus stop is 6:55, or it was 6:55, it's now 6:45. 5 minutes early is 6:40. So I need to wake up at like 5:45 or something, and I am not a morning person. I can tell you that right now. But what can I do about it? Now let's go ahead and talk about members' responses on the forums. How long am I out? 11 minutes. Okay. Thomas Bluebird IC. He has a YouTube channel full of short little bus clips. You go and check him out. Same username. He said the first day, a lot of kids got on the wrong buses, so the parents were constantly calling transportation wanting their kids, and I will actually tell you a story about that too. Other than that, a few late buses and everything went smoothly. So, that's good. Now, some of you all know that I have a stepsister, whatever. But we recently moved into a new community, like June or so it's not really recent, but we got we used to live in a big community, and then we kind of moved to a little private community. But apparently they wouldn't let her on the bus that she's supposed to ride on, which is like 11:40 something. I don't remember. I looked all of them up online because I want to know what bus everyone is riding and what buses go to which schools. So I just type in random addresses on the website, and I can find out there. But they wouldn't let her on the bus because they still had her down for the other address, even though they'd already changed everything. They went to the express day and they changed, hey, we don't live here anymore. We live at this address. So that was kind of a pain for her, and that actually happened to my brother a few years ago. From whenever we first moved into this house, we were living in that big community, and you know we had changed the address on everything, and they would not let him on the bus. So they forced him to get onto the other bus, taking him all the way over there, which is like 10 minutes from here. So basically, they just put him on another bus and shipped him over to our old house. Yeah, they can get sued for something like that. Okay, no, they can, but who's going to? Because who really wants to do that? Um, I just, if they know what bus they're supposed to be riding, they're both in 8th grade now. I'm pretty sure that they know what bus they're supposed to be riding. I mean, it may not be the brightest crayons in the box, if you will, but you know, they're old enough to understand. Hey, 6158, 6158. That's my bus. If I've been able to do that since 1st grade, I'm pretty sure that they can do that in 8th grade. But what can we do about this stuff? And I guess this is kind of my little personal question. What if something like that does happen, where they put you on a bus and they ship you off to another place? What if you accidentally get on the wrong bus and it drops off to another place? What would you do if you didn't have a cell phone, or no one had a cell phone? I don't know. Or you realize that, this is something y'all should respond to. I don't know. But, yeah, so thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe right down here. It's a magical red button that says you are now subscribed to Safety Liner C2. Make sure you comment up here, down here, over here, or over here. I don't know where to put it, down here to put it. Make sure you also give this video a thumbs up, or I will stab you with a screwdriver. Well, shank you, rather, but, and make sure you also share this video with a friend. Show it to your mom. Show it to your dad. Show it to a guy on a random street. I don't care. Don't be raped. You got school and making videos and a whole bunch of other stuff, and I don't want to hear your little rape stories, okay? Can we like not post that next time? No, I'm kidding. No one posted that, but you understand what I'm saying. Alright, well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next video.